This is Dolynny TV. Today, guys, another franchise mode challenge. This time looking more side at the players again, as we've got Mr. High Hopes, number 4 in the batting order, right fielder for the Toronto Blue Jays. His head looks very disproportionate to his body. He is rated 0 overall. He's up to 3 overall on morale, of course, because we're paying him $1 million. We give him a star position. He's in Canada, so he's unhappy to be away from California. Don't know if he's got family affected by the wildfires. Prayers and thoughts there. But that's the situation as it seems. We're going to see how much he can develop in 1 year of franchise mode, and hopefully how much of an impact he can make on the Toronto Blue Jays. You guys ready for this one? Let's go. Turn down the injury sliders, because I know that is always a killer to a franchise mode. Let me tell you, I've had to kill my franchise modes how many times, boys? Just keep it in mind. And let's get through spring training here, sim spring training, and see how Mr. High Hopes can develop. Right there, see? Troy Tulowitzki already injured. Troy Tulowitzki will place him on the bench for now, because things will change after spring training. And right now, we're lighting it up. I mean, 16 and 15 to end spring training. 31 games in, you're above 500. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let's go check out how High Hopes' lineups, how he saw, right? $119, so he had a $119 batting average in 67 at-bats. He's yet to develop anything. He is an A potential, so he should be developing rather quick, but it is spring training, so we'll give him a break. And let's advance to the regular season, the 2017 regular season. High Hopes down there in AAA. Let's move him back up to the MLB. And where is a guy we can move down to the MLB? Let's just see. MLB roster, Dwight Smith Jr., we can move him down. Yes, we can, because, come on, realistically, he's who High Hopes replaces, right? So let's keep that in mind. And right there is Jose Bautista, so High Hopes will just flat out replace Jose Bautista across the batting lineup this year. He's in left field for some strange reason right there. And of course, maybe that's because Michael Saunders is up. I'm not going to judge. It's just based on roster control the game has. So let's get through the first month of the season, guys. Right now, your guess is below for how many at-bats High Hopes is going to see in May, or in April, pardon me. April, I just switched to May. All right, let's go. Right there, we're already off to a losing start, but hey, we're rebounding. We're right about the 500 mark right now. There's a couple more losses, and we're starting to get right back into it. 13 and 12 to end the first month of baseball, so we're above 500. How did High Hopes end up doing? High Hopes ended up hitting 5 RBIs, a 200 batting average in 60 at-bats. Not bad. 12 hits, 60 at-bats, 5 runs, 5 RBIs. Just wonder when he'll hit his first career MLB home run. He only had 15 games played, so that is the challenge with having a rookie in the lineup. They're not going to play every day, according to John Gibbons. So 15 out of what? 15 out of 25 games? Decent little start to the season for Mr. High Hopes. See if he'll develop yet anymore. He didn't develop at all in that first season, or first month of the season, so we'll find out, as DJ Hand has been injured. We win a couple of games back to back, and we're starting to rock along. 24 and 21, even though we have a 0 overall in the lineup. We're hoping that he develops, but I don't know what's going to happen with him here. I'm curious, as you guys are curious. There we go. He's up to a 4 overall finally. He's developed some stats, boys. Here we go. He's developed up +1 to everything except for stealing. So, wow. Mr. High Hopes up to a 1 overall, and he's up to a 4. He's an everyday player. 1.0 mil he's happy to be making, and he's crushing it. Look at that. 32 games played. 7 runs, 21 hits, 9 RBIs, and a $176 batting average. That almost gives hope that I could hit the ball like that. Yeah, no, you got to talk like guys like Mighty Goat and all those guys that can actually hit balls for distance. I might get into the infield once in a while. I don't know. So High Hopes up to a 4 overall now. Let's see what he can continue to develop here. I'm very curious. I'm really curious, actually, because I've run a season mode that didn't work out. So we'll find out what Mr. High Hopes can develop into right here. And Darwin Barney has been injured for a day or two. We can keep him active. See, place him on the bench. It's all good. And right there, we're 40-35. And it actually ends up being 43 and 36. So far, so good for the Blue Jays, even with Mr. High Hopes, who is now a 5 overall, up to 11 at-bats. So he's still rated at 1 overall, but you see his contact versus right is up to a 2. His bunting is up to a 2. His drag bunting is up to a 2. Some of his fielding is up to 2 overall. Oh man, this guy's going to be really good really quick here, I think. And let's sim through July, see what July gets us. We're going to get a lot of trade offers, I'm sure. Zach Cozart acquired from the Reds. It's not really that special. Reds acquire Earl Duncan, Abdul Malloy, and John Redmond. Just a bunch of prospects that look maybe really good. I don't know. What's Zach Cozart's stats? 12 home runs, 40 RBIs, 83 overall. Okay. And Felipe Rivero acquired from the Pirates for Ryan Healy. Yeah, pretty good deal right there. Brian Dozier to the Dodgers from the Twins. Bunch of mid-grade guys. Okay, so the Dodgers making some moves as well. Features game today, home run derby. Of course, High Hopes won't be in that, so we'll skip that. And today is the MLB All-Star Game. We'll skip that as well. AAA All-Star Game, Eastern League All-Star Game, PCL wins. And we move on. We continue to move on along in our simulation. Noah Syndergaard to the Pirates from the Mets for Ivan Nova, Ryan Healy, and Ronan Newhouser. So essentially they turn Felipe Rivero into Noah Syndergaard along with Ivan Nova. Okay, fair little trade right there, I'd say. Jacob deGrom, man, the Mets are selling out here. Jacob deGrom for Garrett Stevens, a catcher, and Felipe Lopez, a third baseman. That's a heck of a pickup for the Nationals, considering you had to give up that much, I guess. I don't know. And let's see, we continue to go. Oh man, it's getting close. Organizational messages. The old trade deadline has come and gone, and Mr. High Hopes is up to a 6. Overall, he's got 13 RBIs, 163 batting average, and 233 at-bats, 61 games played, 38 hits. And you see, he's finally up to a 2 overall, guys. He's got overalls in the 3s now. He's got a 3 reaction and a 3 bunting. That is unreal, boys. That is absolutely unreal. So let's continue to sim here and see what Mr. High Hopes can do in one season as a member of the Toronto Blue Jays in right field. Lots of opportunity for him. Like, there's a lot of high-scoring games going on here, so I'm sure he's getting good opportunities if he's actually playing in those games. That's the problem, right? Let's see the lineups this time. He's still sitting at a 6 overall, but his stats rounding over to 3, 16 RBIs, a .144 batting average. So 42 hits now in 78 games played for a .144 batting average. He's doing okay. I'd say he's doing okay. And we got 1 month to go. We're sitting in a playoff spot. I'm almost certain of that. The AAA Bisons have secured a playoff spot. Fisher Cats, not so much. And that's alright. We've got 1 month to go to see how things are going to roll for our boys. The Bisons have been eliminated. That's okay. They did well. They got to the playoffs. And the Blue Jays have made it to the playoffs. And will be playing the Angels in the first round of the playoffs. Somehow, follow me on this, we finished second to the Yankees, even though we had 94 wins and 69 losses. Thank goodness we won the wild card race by a stretch. Like, we're talking, what, 34 percentage points? That's not bad. And we got to see what High Hopes gotten up to. Everyone's gone cold all of a sudden this year. High Hopes up to 4 overall, it looks like, all around. So he's up to a 3 overall. That's not too bad. And 48 hits is what he finishes the season with in 95 games played, 347 at-bats, 18 runs, and 17 RBIs. So the guy's productive. He scores a run pretty much, what? I can't even do the math. 40% of the time when he's on base. Okay, 40% of the time when he's on base, he's scoring a run. That's actually not bad at all. Sim through date, we ended up winning that one. How'd High Hopes do in the game? Oh, how about going 1 for 4? All right, That's not too bad overall. 1 for 4 in the playoffs, so will always be a good little marker if you can have some success. So we're facing Houston. We win 1, lose 1, that's okay. Lose both of them, and high hopes. High hopes probably cost us right there. Could have used Jose Bautista. 200 batting average. Finishes the year at a 7 overall. So guys, there is your answer for today's episode. Now what I need you to do is let me know if you want to continue this march with high hopes throughout the MLB journey for Mr. High Hopes 18 overall, 99 potential. I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. Please leave a like. As always guys, I will catch you in the next one.